The New Revolution by Keegan Long. For my friends, thank you for making every day an adventure like this one. Chapter 6. I blinked. Was this real? Or some fantasy dream? What true identity hid beneath that guard uniform? I glanced at my hand and found the mysterious note still stuck to my hand. There were too many questions. The inside of my brain screamed. My heart threatened to burst at any moment. Was there still some portion of the resistance out there fighting? Maybe Sarah was right after all. I needed to find the guard. He might be my only chance at finally escaping this place. It might be our only chance. I knew my thoughts were rushing ahead. I tended to do that quite frequently, but couldn't help myself, especially now. It was a chance for my dream to finally come true. It seemed too good to be true. This could be a matter of life and death. The next time Hansen was summoned because of me, there wouldn't be any more chances. He wouldn't hesitate to send me off to the capital, and would probably bring me there himself. To my death sentence. I refused to let him or anyone in Cerberus make an example out of me. Dinner couldn't come fast enough that night. Rest never came, as I glanced over the note repeatedly until every detail of the handwriting and words were memorized. A real Cerberus guard could never find the note. Treason led to one road only: death. Before long, the metallic click of the door released. When the door unlocked, I sprinted towards the mess hall as fast as my legs would carry me. I walked in slowly, forcing myself to not draw any attention from the guards. I had to catch my breath, regrettably, if I was being honest with myself. Some guards followed me with careful glances. Hansen would have left strict orders for the guards to watch me more closely. As I waited for my friends, I tried to find the mysterious guard who had slipped the note to me earlier. Unsurprisingly, he was nowhere to be found. They all looked the same, with their faces hidden behind a tinted black mask. "You look a bit on edge tonight, Delaney." Sarah sat down at the table with her tray of food. "Is something wrong? I haven't seen you this on edge since... ever." "No, nothing's wrong," I answered. My face probably said otherwise, and I knew Sarah would catch it. "But you're not going to believe this." "What?" Sarah asked. A curious glance, almost worried, appeared across her face. "I've never seen you this scared," I finished for her. "Well, not since I lost my sister." Sarah's eyes widened. "Sister? I never knew you had a sister." I let out a low laugh and continued to glance across the room carefully, not paying any attention to Sarah. "Yeah, twin sister, actually." "I never knew you had a sister." Sarah pushed her tray to the center of the table, her appetite for any food now gone. "Why didn't you ever tell me?" "Because it's easier to pretend she's gone," I admitted with regret. I looked anywhere but at my friend. It wasn't like I didn't trust Sarah, but every time I admitted the truth out loud, it somehow became more real. I didn't want it to be. That they're all gone, just like everyone's stories. But I don't want to do that anymore. I hate it. Sarah's arms came across my back, but I found it comforting and warm. That gate I always promised to keep closed came flushing open, but I was grateful to have a close friend by my side. Bekah and Nicole arrived a few minutes later. Their reactions suggested they saw everything and gave me a small smile before taking their seats. They wouldn't push, and I was grateful for that. I broke the silence. "I have something important to tell you guys." Leaning in, I continued in a low whisper. But you can't let anyone know about it. No neighbors, and especially no Cerberus guards. Not a single soul. Nothing leaves this table.
They nodded in agreement.
On my way back to my room this afternoon, a guard practically ran into me. I thought it was just a normal guard because he yelled at me like they all do. But when I got into my room, I realized the guard had slipped a note into one of my pockets. I revealed the note, sliding it across the table for my friends to see. The black scribbled handwriting was no bigger than the palm of my hand. The guard had made it unrecognizable, so it couldn't be traced back to him, more than likely. "What do they mean by we?" Sarah asked. She slipped the note back to me after reading the words several times over. I quickly hid the note back in my pocket. I have no idea. The whole ordeal was fuzzy and uncertain, if I was being honest with myself. Do you have any ideas? Maybe there's another resistance group out there, Nicole offered. Like Sarah was talking about a couple of weeks ago. Maybe they somehow heard about what you did here. That couldn't be possible, could it?
But how?
Do you know which guard it is? Bekah looked around the room as if she would be able to spot a guard out of place. Like, do you recognize him here in the hall right now? I shook my head in defeat. I looked around earlier and couldn't find anything familiar. They all look the same. I could probably recognize his voice, but for now, I got nothing. Sarah spoke next, her voice calm and certain. I think our best plan now is to wait. There is a good chance that this person will contact you again. And until then, we should wait it out. We have to be patient when it comes to these things. Who knows who he really is? He could be a Cerberus spy trying to bait us for all we know. There could be some truth to her words. This would probably be our only chance of escaping the Acheron, if the guard ended up being who he claimed to be. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves too fast and blow this up, whatever it might be. Me too. Nicole decided to be brave and take a bite of her food. She instantly regretted it. Get me out of here. I'm ready. I think we all want to get out of here, Bekah said. But if we really want to get out of here, we need to do this right, which means being patient and smart about it, just like Sarah said. When they contact me again, I'll make sure you guys know. I placed my fork down after seeing Nicole's reaction to her food. It wasn't worth it. We'll get out of here somehow. And I'm God hoping this is our chance. Well, hopefully we find out soon, Nicole added impatiently. I hate waiting. We've been here for years. Too quickly, the buzzer in the hall went off. This would be the last time I would see my friends until the morning. A long night ahead was waiting for me. Sarah groaned at the sound. She screamed at the ceiling. Seriously, already! I dragged my feet toward the exit. Going to my room for the night was the last thing I wanted. No sleep would arrive for me this coming night. Every possible explanation and scenario from the note would play inside my head until my body forced itself to sleep. The thought of leaving my friends until the morning sent my stomach into a free fall. So much could happen between then. Either way, our lives would never be the same after today. Dropping my tray off with uneaten food, I made my way through the mess hall doors and ran into the same guard from before. It was just like before, but this time I was ready and felt another piece of paper fall into my right pocket. Careful not to show any emotion or reaction, I slid through the doors. Any attention from the other guards was a risk of the note being discovered. Alone in the confines of my room, I walked to the blind spot of the room where the camera could not see me. Opening the new note, I read the line of words.
It's time we get you out of here. Meeting tonight at midnight. Stay put.
So this person was planning on helping me escape. But why?